Good morning, hello there. Let's talk about everything coming out of D23 Star Wars related. Obviously I was not in attendance because I am in Australia and that's a bit far for me to go, but more realistic reason is that I am poor. And I'm going to Celebration next year, so all our money is going towards that. But we've got some snippets of news, so let's talk about it. First off, Skeleton Crew finally receives a trailer. It's got a release date of December 3rd on Disney+. A really cool, chill vibe from the trailer. I think it perfectly encapsulates that Amblin feeling of the 80s, getting a lot of Goonies vibes, Lost in Space, E.T., Stand By Me, Peter Pan, Stranger Things. I honestly think it looks fantastic, and I also think it's great that we're getting a show featuring children as the main part of the cast, as well as, for the audience, especially something in live action and not animation that has kids in at the forefront, and someone said, just because it's got kids in it doesn't mean it's only for kids. It's going to be for everyone, but it's nice that they're definitely having that younger audience in mind, in terms of both cast and audience. I've talked about it a little bit more here. I think it's a nice first look. Nothing really blew me away, but I think it looks pretty solid, and I'm looking forward to it. It really made me nostalgic for that 80s era. Andor Season 2 got a nice little update with a sizzle reel shown and new footage from the upcoming season. Now, I managed to watch a leaked version that someone had just recorded on their phone. I can't really post that here because it'll get taken down, but we do see the return of Orson Krennic and K2SO. Ben Mendelsohn is someone that I'm always happy to see pop up. I look forward to seeing him in Andor, and I'm so happy that Alan Tudyk is going to be back as K2. There's a nice shot where you see like 3 of those Imperial droids walking out of like some smoke and rubble and stuff, and it's a nice little Terminator vibe for a second there. We also saw a little bit more of Saw Gerrera and Two Tubes. Two Tubes is like one of my favorite Glup Shitos in Star Wars, so I'm very happy about that. We know that the second and last season of Andor will be 12 episodes, and between each story arc, which I imagine will be 3 episodes, there will be a 1-year time jump, and it will conclude pretty much leading straight into Rogue One. We get some quick shots of Dedra Meero, Cyril Khan, Brasso, Bix, Clea, Luthen, Mon Mothma throughout the trailer. Nothing like super stand out to me, but Andor, in my opinion, is pretty much the best and highest quality Star Wars show that's been brought out. And I'm getting ready to do what I think is my 5th rewatch of the show soon. So I'm very excited for Season 2. Can't wait to see more of it. Yeah, it looks pretty good. We got a quick Mandalorian and Grogu sizzle reel as well, starting out with some shots of previous seasons with Din and Grogu meeting their adventures together as the armorer narrates over the top of it. We then get some really brief footage from the upcoming movie, which includes Zeb back piloting a Razor Crest by the looks of it. I'm so happy that Zeb is returning. I am so glad that they didn't do all that work on his character model just for a cameo in Mandalorian Season 3. I thought he would pop up in Ahsoka, maybe Ahsoka Season 2, but he is definitely going to be in Mandalorian and Grogu, which is fantastic because Zeb is one of my favorites. And we also get what looks like a bunch of Mandalorians assaulting an Imperial base on a snow planet. So we see some snowtroopers, we see some mouse droids, and there's a wonderful shot of, it looks like the camera might be from the perspective of a mouse droid as it's zooming really low through some corridors, and we see some Mandalorians fighting some stormtroopers, then one of them kicks someone at the end. Looks cool, doesn't sound cool when I explain it, but it looked cool on screen. We then see Din Djarin and Grogu on an AT-RT running through the snow and down the side of a mountain before coming right into the path of 2 AT-ATs, or AT-ATs, however you prefer to pronounce them. I go back and forth. It was very brief, but it looked great, and then the sizzle reel ends with Grogu standing behind 2 Anzellans at a little control panel or workstation, possibly piloting something. I just love seeing the Anzellans. I've got the massive Babu Freak pop vinyl above me. I'm always happy to see them pop back up. But yeah, from the brief things that we saw from that sizzle reel, looks very exciting. I am disappointed that it is not going to be a Season 4. I still wish it was, and then we got a movie, but it is what it is. And finally, Lego Star Wars Rebuild the Galaxy got a new trailer and is looking as ridiculous as ever. Ahmed Best is back to voice Darth Jar Jar, Mark Hamill is going to be back as Luke Skywalker, and Gate Matazzaro from Stranger Things as the main Sig, and Bobby Moynihan as, of course, fan favourite Jedi Bob. It looks incredibly silly and fun with all these Elseworld what if scenarios. We see Rebel AT-ATs, we see Ewok bounty hunters. They put out some parody posters where there's a love story between Leia and Greedo and just silly, stupid stuff like that. I feel like it'll be a fun watch. It's not something I'm like, oh yeah, I can't wait to watch this and review this, but yeah, it'll be fun. And that's about it. I don't think I missed anything. Skeleton Crew, Andor Season 2, Mandalorian and Grogu, and Lego Star Wars. I think that is a pretty nice lineup on the way for Star Wars, and we'll probably have to wait till probably Celebration in April next year for any more news about what's coming ahead, the 3 other movies that they've got lined up, and any other shows that they want to do going forward. So yeah, but this is more than enough to tide me over, especially with, you know, Star Wars Outlaws on the way, new books and comics on the way. I'm pretty happy with where we're at with Star Wars at the moment. And yeah, that's about it. So if you like this, you like talking about Star Wars, yeah, follow me here and over on TikTok. I talk about Star Wars as much as I can. And yeah, make sure you follow me here. Thank you for watching. May the Force be with you, always.